In this little video, we're going to do a open V-groove, similar to a V-groove, but obviously we widen it to show an undermount. You can either use the same colour as the main mount, and then it's just really a decorative device, or you can introduce other colours. And again, if you want to do a hand-finished panel, you can do that on the undermount before you start cutting. What we're going to start by doing is doing all the cuts on the top mount to start with. We start with this one, then onto this one, then with the V-groove we take the centre, do a reverse bevel, assemble it, and then do the final cut. So we have our top mount cut to size. Just going to put a registration line on, and we're going to do this cut first. We've got a gap of 75mm overall, and this is going to be a 5mm, about a quarter of an inch step up to the top mount. So we're going to cut the first one at 70mm. Everything's at 70, and we cut them down. Put that to one side because we'll need that later. We're now going to do this cut. What I've got here is 15mm, just over half an inch panel. I've got a gap of about 10mm, so that's about 3/8 of an inch, and we're going to cut this one. So we've got 15 and 10, 25mm. We're going to cut this at 45mm. So that is everything set to 45, and we cut. And we'll put the outer piece to one side because this time we need the inner piece. We want a 10mm gap in the V, so we're going to turn it over. Face up in the machine. I'm going to set it to 10mm. I'm setting the start and finish stops to 10mm as well. You could just do a full cut, but we want to keep the outer part intact so we can use it as a spacer for positioning all the pieces. So what we don't want is all the pieces to fall down. And there we have our inner panel with the reverse bevel. And now it's just a case of reassembling it to stick the undermount on. So we start with the centre piece, and with the registration marks, keeping all the pieces intact means we can position it exactly. We've got quite a narrow inner piece. I want to use an adhesive, very thin bead rather than double-sided tape. we take our undermount, carefully position and press down. And then we're just going to have to leave that a couple of minutes just to let the adhesive dry. Having let the glue go off, we there have our open V groove, and I'm just going to put the centerpiece back in with a little bit of double-sided. So our initial cut on the top mount was at 70, we wanted the window at 75, so I'm now going to set the machine to 75. And then it's just a case of cutting the window. 5. And there we have the open groove mount.